What is going on, faithful? What is going on? It is your boy Niner Sickness with a Niner Sickness report. Doing a little bit of light testing out my lights. Let's see if I come in clear or not. So if anybody's watching, can give me some input on the lighting, whether I'm coming in clear or not. I would appreciate it on this Friday night. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. I hope a lot of you guys had an awesome week. The weekend is here, and we're facing the freaking Bears on Sunday. And are the Niners going to be able to beat the Bears? Are we going to be able to beat the Bears? That is the real question. Jeff, Adam, how you doing, brother? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Crystal clear. Okay. So I'm not too dark. I am not too dark, or am I too pale? Am I too pale? Do I need a little bit more red? If you can bring that clarity for me, I would appreciate it. Am I too pale? Should I give myself a little bit more white balance? Those are the things that I'm trying to figure out here. If it works for me. Let's see here. Let's go, Jimmy. Okay, so I'm coming in clear. How's the audio? The audio good as well. I want to make sure that I give you guys the best performance. Absolutely. Give me a second. Okay. All right, let's get this started. All good? All right, perfect. Good audio? All right. Let's see. What's up, Josh? How you doing, sir? Having a wonderful, blessed day. Having a wonderful, blessed night. It's 10:39 here in the West Coast, and we're going to talk a little bit of Niners and Bears game. I wanted to check my lighting, because I kind of messed with my lighting, and I wanted to make sure that I will come in clear to you, the viewers. The background is not too dark. You able to see my background? All this information I appreciate totally. Totally appreciate the information. Ooh, don't want to do black and white. We need more rain in the Bay. It was hot again today. What part of the Bay are you at, 949? Because here in the valley, where I'm at, and I am in Modesto, Riverbank area, near San Francisco, it wasn't hot. It wasn't hot for me. So, what part of California you're at, brother? Just curious. Or if you're even in California. Oh, no, but you say Bay. So you have to be. I'm doing good. That's good, man. How's your beautiful pregnant wife doing? I hope her and the baby are doing swell. I'm always keeping you and your family in prayer, Josh, for a healthy pregnancy and a healthy when she delivers, that it will be healthy, that you'll have a healthy baby. I don't know if it's your first baby or not, but I'm asking God to protect your family. What's up, JT? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the late night stream. What's up, Pinor? How you doing, Pinor? What's going on, brother? Tanisha, hi, Niner family. Happy Halloween weekend. Have fun and be safe. Good Niners beat the Bears. Let's go. And I say good when it was go. Sorry about that. The stream is doing good, and she's doing okay. And thank you very much. And yes, first baby. Congratulations. The experience of watching your first baby be born. Let me tell you, there's nothing like no other. Seeing your baby born, it changes perspective. Let me tell you, when I was growing up, I was in the gangs, I was in prison, I was going in a path that wasn't leading nowhere. Been shot, been stabbed, and I was heading in a place no good. And when you have your first child and you take a look at your first child, it brings perspective. It brings perspective, and not all of us, but a lot of us, we grow up, and that child helped me grow up and become the man that I needed to be. That example, and it changed my life. So, an experience of a first baby to everybody's different. Everybody's experience is different, but it's definitely very joyful, very self-rewarding, and it touches you. I don't care who you are. I don't care how bad you think you are. It grabs you, and it's like no other feeling. So congratulations, Josh. I can't imagine the look on your face when you see your beautiful baby born. It's going to be such an amazing feeling. What's up, Scott? How you doing, Scott? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. What's up, Edo? On my way to work Saturday morning in Scotland. Oh, man, all the way from Scotland. Scott, be safe, brother. Thank you for charming in. Appreciate you charming in. It is 10:45 p.m. here on Friday night. So it's Saturday morning for you already. I pray that you have a wonderful day, brother. Have a wonderful, safe day at work, and handle your business, brother. Take care of the family. Gotta provide. So, man, have a wonderful day, Scott. Congrats. Babies are such a blessing. Yes, they are. They are a blessing indeed, Tanisha. Fire Kyle Shanahan. Tell me how you feel, JT. Let's fire him. I hear you, man. There's a lot of frustration going on with Kyle Shanahan. He hasn't been producing this year as we are accustomed to. He has let us down in many ways. But you know what? There's a coach, and many of you guys may not care for the fact that he's not coaching the Niners, but there's a coach over there in Kansas City by the name of Andy Reid. He is struggling too, man. And I understand he's not the Niners coach. You might say, hey, Niners, who cares? He's the Chiefs problem. Well, I'm just trying to make a point that Andy Reid is one hell of a coach. Won the Super Bowl, unfortunately, 2 years ago against us. Went to the Super Bowl last year. And he has arguably the best quarterback in his arsenal. And they're struggling in Kansas City. They're 3-3 or 3-4. They are struggling mighty in the city of Kansas City. Total. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. So my point being to that is Kyle is struggling as well. The question is Kyle going to be able to fix this dilemma? Is he going to be able to snap out of this little cloud that he's in and get back to the fundamentals? Get back to, what works. Back to the drawing board. Can Kyle still save this season? We're going to find out against the Bears, because if we don't beat the Bears, let me tell you, if we don't beat the Bears, we are in a world of trouble. We are in a world of trouble. We're playing a team in the Bears that has the worst offense. They're not scoring. Justin Fields is struggling mightily. Unfair to him, he has been thrown into the wolves. Coach Nagy just threw him out there. He is getting sacked. He is throwing interceptions. This guy is struggling with the Bears. Defensively, they just lost their top pass rusher in Khalil Mack. Robert Quinn won't be there either because of COVID. So these Bears are not a very good team right now. So what statement is Kyle Shanahan going to make on Sunday? What statement is he going to make? Is he going to beat the Bears? Or are we going to struggle against the Bears? You're welcome, Josh. We just need to get back to basics and what we are good at, running the ball. You know what, Scott? I couldn't say any better. And the problem with this that I have, the concern that I have with Kyle, Scott, and everybody else is, why did we draft? Why did we move up into the third round, trade it with the Rams, our division foes, gave up capital to draft Trey Sermon? And we are not utilizing his potential. Kyle is not playing him. He's not hurt. He's not playing bad. Every time he gets the opportunity, he runs good. So why is Kyle struggling by not giving the ball to Trey Sermon? And the same thing with Elijah Mitchell. We ran Elijah Mitchell. He ran for 107 yards against the Colts. 1 touchdown. Yet in the fourth quarter, Scott, Kyle Shanahan got away from the run. What is it with Kyle and getting away from the run in the fourth quarter? Kyle needs to get back to the basics, like Scott said, and we got to run the ball. We got to be persistent. We need to run the ball all 4 quarters. We cannot afford not to run the ball in the fourth quarter. I understand we lost our starting running back. We lost our number 2 running back in Jeff Wilson Jr. We first lose Raheem Mostert, then we lose Jeff Wilson Jr. But we drafted Trey Sermon, we brought in Elijah Mitchell, and we have Jermichael Hasty. Why isn't Kyle trusting Trey Sermon? What is the issue that Kyle has with Trey Sermon? And if you have an issue with him, if you don't trust him, if you don't think he belongs in the field, why is he active on the 53-man roster? I don't understand that. Why don't you put him on the practice squad and activate someone else if you're not going to use him? These are the things that make me wonder what's going on with Kyle. Does he have such an ego that regardless of what's right for the team, he feels that if he doesn't want to put Trey in, he won't put him in? I mean, Kyle, check your damn ego at the door. If you drafted this kid, if he's active on the 53-man roster, why isn't he touching the ball. And that's where I don't understand. Absolutely, Josh. And hopefully that's what he does on Sunday. What do you think about Kinlaw being out for the season? I think it's a big loss. I really think he is a big talent. Well, listen, I understand Javon Kinlaw is not your dominant pass rusher. I know he hasn't had his sacks, but the guy is very good at stopping the run. Against the run, he's very effective. Not necessarily against the pass rush, but he's very, even when they're not running his way, he is taking two defenders. Each time he plays, he's dealing with two defenders, which allows the other and the linebackers to do their job more comfortable. We're definitely going to miss Javon Kinlaw. Now, he needed this operation. It needed to get fixed. It was lingering. They operated in the offseason. It didn't take. He tried to play through it. He couldn't do it. Instead of going in and out, trying to do good, trying not playing to his potential because of the pain, why not have surgery? I don't want him to be gone. I hate that he's gone, but I understand. He needs to take care of the knee. Why? Because we need his services going forward in the future. Hopefully, this surgery, when successful, but hopefully it takes, hopefully he heals, he recovers, and by the start of next year, he is a completely different animal and ready to go. So he will be missed for sure, Scott. Tanisha says, 4 losses in a row is not doing it for me. We are better than that. Yeah, we are. I can't argue with that with you, Tanisha. And the games that we lost so close. That Arizona game was close. The Green Bay game was really close. Even the Colts game, even though we lost 30-18. It got away from us at the end, but we were right in that game pretty close too. So we are better than our record. The problem is, yes, we are dealing with some injuries here and there. But we're dealing more with Kyle's ego and not game planning correctly. Not utilizing a Brandon Ayuk. Not utilizing his running backs. Kyle. And then it doesn't help, Tanisha, that Kyle brought a division within the locker room. We know this. This is no surprise. There is a division in the locker room. Some players are for Jimmy. Some players are for Trey. And all that, I put that responsibility on Kyle. Kyle's the leader. He is the leader. He's the head of that locker room, and he did not put a stop to it. Either start Jimmy and stick with Jimmy, or play Trey and stick with Trey. But you can't go back and forth, this and that, and playing with the media. You have to allow your players to believe and buy into what you're doing. And how can you buy into what you're doing when you're going back and forth, back and forth? Kyle allowed division to take place within this locker room, and we're paying for it. The players are playing distracted. They're not. And plus, we have a bad secondary. What's up, Robzilla Chavez Jr.? Welcome to the chat, brother. We are playing with a depleted secondary. Listen, we knew coming into this season that one of our weakness was the secondary. The secondary is one of our weakness spots. going into the season. We were thin. We had Jason Verrett and Emmanuel Mosley. Mosley got hurt, and then Jason Verrett got hurt, and now he's gone for the whole year. So we're bringing people off the streets. Hey, you want to play a corner? Come on. I feel like the price is right. Come on down. For those that don't know what the price is right is, that tells you my age. And I'm talking about with Bart Barker, not this, not the new guy that is running it. But anyway, there's a division in the locker room. The players don't feel comfortable with Kyle. Kyle pride is coming in too much. I mean, why aren't you playing Trey Sermon? I mean, you drafted him. He was your guy. He was your pick. What did Trey Sermon do that it was so bad? Kyle. What did he do? Do you think the trade of Buckner has hurt us a lot? The curse of Buckner, kind of like Babe Ruth, huh? The curse. Listen, I heard the stories about how Buckner, he wanted to stay and he was willing to take a pay cut. You know, honestly, unless we were in that building, unless we were a fly on the wall, we don't know the truth. We don't know if he really wanted to take a pay cut or if he wanted more money. We don't know. All we do know is the outcome. The Niners offered them about 18 plus million a year in 2018, and he turned it down. He wanted in the 22. And the Niners were not going to pay that. Listen, I love Buckner. I think Buckner is a great guy on and off the field. But you know what Buckner isn't? He's not Aaron Donald. Okay? If I asked all 49er fans, who would you take, Aaron Donald or Deforest Buckner? Unless you are just a homer, you will take Aaron Donald over and over again over Deforest Buckner, right? While Buckner wants to get paid like Aaron Donald, but doesn't produce like Aaron Donald. So it wasn't that the Niners didn't want Buckner and they wanted Armstead. It's that Armstead was a backloaded contract. Listen to me carefully. Eric Armstead was a backloaded contract. DeForest Buckner was going to be a front-loaded contract. There's a big difference between a front-loaded contract and a back. When it's a back-loaded, it means they give you a lot of money now and less money as the years go by. A front-loaded is the front loaded they give you more now and they give you less as you go. A backloaded, you know what I mean? You get the money later. So that's the reason why the Niners went in the direction of Eric Armstead and not DeForest Buckner. It had nothing to do with who's better, who plays better. You know, we wanted Buckner. It's what worked better for the team. At the end of the day, we are 49er fans. We like, at least me, I like certain players. I get attached to certain players. But the emblem that I have here, it says San Francisco 49ers. Okay. The one right here, it says 49ers. It doesn't say DeForest Buckner. It doesn't say Nick Bosa. It doesn't say Trey Lance. It says 49ers. So at the end of the day, I want what's best for the team. Do I like DeForest Buckner? Yes. Would I wish he would have stayed? Yes. But not at $22 million a year. Not at $22 million a year. Absolutely not. Rosilla says, any news on Drake Greenlaw should be back, if I'm not mistaken, by week 10 or week 11. We should be getting Kittle back week 9, which is following the Bears. And we should be getting, there's another player we should be getting back. But I believe that Dre Greenlaw is scheduled to come back week 10 or week 11. But he's on his way. And we need him. Oh, and the person that came back this weekend off a suspension is Jordan. Our defensive end. He came off a suspension, a 6-game suspension, so he should be ready to rock and roll against the Bears. Donald all day, absolutely. Anybody that says Buckner, I don't know what to say. I really feel sorry for Ayuk. Just wish Kyle would play him more. What has he done wrong? And the thing about Brandon Ayuk, this is the misconception, okay? He doesn't get open. He doesn't get open. Well, if you watch the All-22, film, okay, and if you can stomach the second half of the Colts game, you will see in that All-22 that Brandon Ayuk was open quite often. Jimmy wasn't looking. So the whole misconception that, Ayuk doesn't get used because yes, there's times where he's covered, but there's times they're covering 2 players. And it's as good as Deebo Samuel has been. And listen, kudos to Deebo Samuel. He has played wonderful this year. But if you're going to be a number 1 star, if you're going to be that what we call playmaker, you cannot drop the ball at crucial times. You can't. What defines a R-star or a what's the word I'm looking for? A playmaker is big plays at big times. And as good as Deebo Samuel has been playing, he has dropped the ball at crucial times. You got to get better at that, Deebo. You are a playmaker now. And these crucial catches need to be made and not dropped, in my humble opinion. What's up, Glenn Allen? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. That is on Kyle. He probably told Jimmy not to throw to him to push his weird hatred towards Ayuk. That's a conspiracy, 949. But something is not happening right. It seems like a misconnection. And it's frustrating. But I'll tell you what, when you're 2-4, it's really easy to point fingers. It is. Is this player, that player, this or that. Adversity, if you deal with it the right way, it brings people together. Adversity develops character if managed the right way. We're going to find out what the 49ers are made of. Are they going to be able to get this locker room together? Can Kyle step up as a leader and lead? Because When Steve Young says there's a division in the locker room, Niner fans, you need to listen. Steve Young doesn't say just to say it. Kyle needs to work on putting this locker room back together again. I'm having a wonderful day. Great evening there, Glenn. Thank you for asking. Hope you're having an awesome Friday coming into this weekend. Hope you enjoy your weekend. And hopefully we'll have a victory on Sunday and we beat the Bears. Because if we don't beat the Bears, OMG. Oh my God. It's going to be crazy. It seemed like Jimmy G was only throwing to Debo Samuel. Yes, he's good, but got to throw to other receivers to make plays. Absolutely. You can't. Absolutely, Josh. You can't just target one receiver. You got to be able to distribute the ball throughout your receiving core. Jimmy, there's an issue with Jimmy too. It's not just Kyle. Jimmy has an issue in trusting. Mohamed Sanu was open a few times. And for some reason, he doesn't trust Mohamed Sanu right now. Or he doesn't trust himself throwing the ball to Mohamed. And what I mean by that, he's afraid that Mohamed would drop it. Dario loves God. Hey, Dario, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Blessings to you. Welcome to the stream. Just tuned in. What are we talking about? We're talking about the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, and not utilizing his running backs this year. Not using Trey Sermon. When you draft him high in the third round, you move up. Matter of fact, you move up into the third round to take Trey Sermon. You give up capital to the Rams, our division foes, and yet you don't utilize them. There's a problem there, Dario. And that's what we're talking about. I wish they all would just get it together in the locker room and just play for the fans, damn it. Yeah, I mean, I understand that would be the easiest way to do it, but Kyle Shanahan, he's supposed to be the leader of men. Kyle's job is to nip problems in the butt. Kyle's job is to make sure that a wildfire doesn't start. He needs to make sure to contain everything under his control, making sure like something like this doesn't take off of a life of his own. And he failed to do so. And now he's trying to get the troops together, but they're already divided. And it's hard. Once you're divided, it's hard to try to rally the groups because the ones that don't believe in Jimmy, it's going to be hard for them to follow Jimmy. And the ones that don't believe in Trey right now don't want Trey to come in because they feel that it's unfair to Jimmy. And therefore, there's where your division comes in. And Kyle could have stopped this and nipped it in the butt before it spread it. Now it has spread, and now he's trying to contain the fire. But you know what? It's too hot and it's burning too fast, Kyle. We go to the Bears, and Jimmy G has a game of his life. And this will be a turning point in our season. And we will go on and run towards the Super Bowl. Let's go. Now, Scott, I love your heart. I love your zeal. And I love the excitement of it. But that's not happening, bro. I mean, hopefully we turn it around. But let's try to get to the playoffs if we can get to the playoffs. I hear what you're saying. But as much as I want to rah-rah with you, Scott, I got to keep it more realistic. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a hard fought to get back into this, especially when we're playing in a division where both Arizona and the Rams are 7-1. Just trying to catch up to them will be a task. Now, I'm glad the Cardinals lost. The more games they lose and the Rams, the better for us. But the task for the 49ers is going to be hard. The fact that we want them to, Jimmy is going to have his best. He might have his worst day. I hope not. I don't want to sound like Debbie Downer. Oh, Niner sickness, he was just putting me down. I was all fired up and he just brought me down. My spirit's down. That's not what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to be realistic. Can Jimmy G really have a game of his life at home in his hometown? Or is he going to try so hard to impress his family that are going to be watching that he's going to screw up and make mistakes? What Jimmy are we getting on Sunday? What Jimmy are we getting? Are we getting that Jimmy that is going to distribute the ball? Are we getting that Jimmy that's going to play the way we know how Jimmy can play? Are we going to get the Jimmy that likes to fumble, that likes to throw interceptions, and they can't throw nothing past 10 yards? What is the Jimmy that we're getting? Because let me tell you, OMG, if Justin Fields has a better game than Jimmy, heads are going to roll. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if Justin Fields has a better game than Jimmy, heads are going to roll because right now Justin Fields is struggling mightily struggling. Our defense, D'Amico Ryans, needs to capitalize on the struggles of Justin Fields and make sure that we keep him uncomfortable, always in his face, whether we are sacking him, bringing pressures, or batting down the ball. But we need to be in the head of Justin Fields. If we can do that and disrupt what he's doing defensively, it will give us a chance to win the game. What happened to Sherfield and Jennings? Get them involved too. I know Sherfield has been involved in a few plays in there, but not enough. I hear you, 949. Jennings, the opportunities that he has gotten, he hasn't impressed me at all. Jennings has not impressed me at all in the opportunities that he's gotten. But Sherfield has, and you're right. They need. I don't know too much about Jennings, but they should implement Sherfield more in the lineup, in my opinion. I think it was Jimmy's first time using gloves. It was. But those ducks that he throws those with gloves or without them. When is Jeff Wilson coming back? Jeff Wilson Jr. should be back at the end of, they said the end of November. So probably about the last week of November. Hopefully sooner, but that's what they said, towards the end of November. We're getting Jimmy that looks, we're getting the Jimmy that looks worse than Nick Mullins. Whoa, shots fired. Shots fired by Dario. Yeah, Jimmy has not been impressing this year. I am not a Jimmy fan. I am a Trey Lance, but I do understand that Trey is not ready. As much as I want Trey to play, as much as I want to see Trey, but I don't want to mess up Trey's mental status. I want him to continue to develop. I want him to continue to get comfortable with the offense. I don't want him thinking too much when he's out there. I want him to react and not think too much. And if we have to continue to play Jimmy, I am willing to sacrifice Jimmy for the development of Trey. The selfish part of me, let's put in Trey, forget Jimmy. But the responsible, thinking about the team first, says keep Jimmy and continue to develop Trey. I understand people say, well, you know what? He can take his lumps, and his bruises. But look at Justin Fields. Look at Justin Fields. The guy is getting sacked like crazy. He's throwing interceptions like nobody's business. He hasn't got better from week 1 or whenever he took over to this week. He's gotten worse. He's digressed. At least if I would have seen a better Justin Fields each week, I could say, okay, they put him in, he takes his lumps, he's learning, and he's getting better, but he's not. He's not getting better, he's getting worse. Because not only is he thinking too much, not only is Justin Fields trying to do too much, now his confidence is being shot. And if he loses his confidence, let me tell you, that's a hard place to be at. And Trey Lance has not lost his confidence because he hasn't been put in that spot yet. Why not allow Trey to get more and more comfortable so that when we put him in, the guy can just take off and never look back? That's just me, though. But I want Trey as well. I am definitely over Jimmy. But I'm willing to wait and sacrifice for the development of Trey. That's just me, though. I am the only one that gets nervous when Jimmy throws. Trust me, Tanisha, you may seem like you're the only one, but you're not. All of us get nervous when Jimmy throws the ball, especially when he tries to throw it past 15 yards. Oh my God. We're like, you know what I mean? So trust me, you're not the only one that gets nervous. Jose Gonzalez. What's up, Jose Gonzalez? Welcome. Yeah, I love that little cute, I believe your daughter or your granddaughter. She's a cutie. Welcome to the stream, brother. Jose says Jimmy will have a good game. And 2 touchdowns, 290 yards passing. But the Niners will get the W because of the running game. Interesting statement there, Jose. A 2 touchdown and 290 yard game. I hope so. I really, really hope that comes into fruition. I pray that you're right, Jose, because we need Jimmy to play well. We need Jimmy's best on Sunday because we cannot afford to lose to a team that is terrible. They're good on defense. They're terrible on offense. But right now, they're hurting on defense. Their top pass rusher, Khalil Mack, is out, injury. Robert Quinn, another pass rusher, out, COVID. Now they're getting another player, I forgot his name, but he's probably going to be limited in reps since he's coming back from injury. So the timing is perfect to beat the Bears. But then again, we lost at home to a pretty bad Colts team. So, I don't know, man. Did we win? Did we lose? I don't know. He's an NFL quarterback. Gloves are no excuses. True, but there is a difference playing with gloves than there is playing without. I'm not making excuses for Jimmy. You're right. He's still a quarterback at the end of the day. But there are some areas where you have to kind of get adjusted to the gloves, especially in the rain. But I don't think he played that bad because of the gloves. He played that bad because, first and foremost, Kyle Shanahan did not put him in situations to win, and Jimmy was just being Jimmy. Great stream, Beto. I'm going to go to bed. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, it is 11:22, so I'm going to be shutting it down pretty soon as well. Good night there, Senor Josh. Always good to see you, man. Always good to see you. Let's see here. Where is it?
He's going night-night.
He's going night-night. All right, brother. Good night, sir. Good to see you. Development doesn't always work. Look at how long Jimmy G developed, and he's terrible. Well, development works when you're a quarterback like Trey Lance. Not necessarily too much when you're a quarterback like Jimmy G. No disrespect to Jimmy G. But you're comparing apples to oranges when you compare Jimmy G to, and I'm not saying that you're comparing them, but when people compare him to Trey, Trey's a better athlete. He's mobile. He's able to do more. So you can develop him and be a better quarterback than you can ever get out of Jimmy. But I hear you, Dario. It's frustrating. Yeah, that happens to Seyfield. I just feel that Jimmy isn't mobile enough. Trey Lance is when he's in and in trouble. Trey can run. Jimmy does just either get sacked or he throws the ball away. You're absolutely correct, Scott. Trey is able, in the game against Arizona, how many plays did Trey was able to get out of? They weren't designed runs. A lot of those runs that Trey did were not designed. But he saw the defense coming. He knew that he couldn't, there was no receivers open. What did he do? He took it upon himself to try to get yards, and he was able to get a couple of first downs on his running ability. Jimmy G doesn't do that. He either takes sacks or he throws the ball away. You're absolutely correct, Scott. And this is why having a mobile quarterback, this is why when I hear people say, that Mac Jones was always the pick for Kyle Shanahan, it makes me laugh. Yeah, the reality is Mac Jones was Kyle Shanahan's pick all along. And the front office and everybody else, they wanted Trey. Give me a break. If you heard anything that Kyle has said since 2017 in his conference to the media, he's always talked about having a mobile quarterback with an arm. Not for a minute that I think that Mac Jones was the guy. Now, Mac Jones is having a good season so far in New England. But just because he's having a good season right now doesn't mean he's the better quarterback. I'm not saying anybody here is saying that, but if you thunk it that Mac Jones might be a better pick than Trey Lance because of the production of Mac Jones right now, please. I'm telling you. I don't care how good Mac Jones looks right now. He's not a better quarterback than Trey Lance. His Trey Lance ceiling is so much higher than Mac Jones will ever be. That's just my humble, honest opinion. What's up, Mark? How you doing, sir? Nobody talks about Jimmy Ward's 2 INTs in 8 years. Jimmy Ward is not your ball hawk safety. He's not going to get you the interceptions that we want from him. It would be great if we did, but I love his coverage. Jimmy Ward covers very well, Mark. Does he get the INTs? No. But he covers and he bats down balls. He covers very well, where they don't even throw his way at times. So would I want a bigger production from Jimmy in the sense of getting INTs? Yes. But if you watch the all 22 on Jimmy Ward, he's not that bad, other than not having INTs. But he's pretty good. He's pretty good in my book. Lamar Jackson balled his rookie season. Yeah, he did. And look at him now. He's struggling a little bit. But Lamar Jackson's a completely total animal. He's different from Trey Lance. You know who Trey Lance reminds me of? If we can be honest. He passed away, unfortunately. Some girl took his life away. What is this? Steve McNair. You guys remember? I don't know how old you guys are, but if you guys remember Steve McNair with the Titans, McNair had mechanical issues. He was always running first, and then he developed his mechanics. A lot like Josh Allen as well. And a lot of people like to compare Trey Lance to Josh Allen. I like to compare him a lot to Steve McNair. And if you haven't watched tape on McNair, watch tape on McNair, and you'll see why I compare them. And we know how McNair was. And we know how Josh Allen's turning out to be. We just got to allow Trey Lance to continue to learn and allow him to develop. But what I seen on that Sunday against the Arizona gave me confidence that we got the right guy. It gave me confidence that we took the right guy in Trey Lance and the little bit that he displayed on Sunday against the Cardinals. Imagine a quarterback that is confident, that is not thinking too much, that everything kind of slows down for him. When he sees the field clearly and he's able to make his progressions, how effective Trey Lance is going to be. We're going to give the NFL world and the Seattle Seahawks what we got from them with Russell Wilson. Just watch. All this talk about our offense struggling. How about our defense? I think our defense is fine as long as we can stay healthy. With the two quarterbacks, it's our defense that is killing me. I think our defense lost us that last game and not just Jimmy. I like your observation, Jose, and I like your comment. Appreciated you charming in. And let me tell you something about our defense, in my opinion. We have a first year defensive coordinator in D'Amico Ryans. All right. There's going to be adjustments with a first year defensive coordinator in D'Amico Ryans. We don't have a good secondary, Jose. Our secondary is trash right now. People say, why don't we rush the quarterback? The problem is, if we rush the quarterback and we don't get to him on time, he will exploit our corners. So it's hard really to put the fingers on our defense when our defense has been playing well. I'm not disagreeing with you, Jose. This is my opinion, and I know you shared yours. I think our defense has been doing good. Not the defense that we're accustomed to, but they've been decent. Do we need more help from the middle? Yes. But it's difficult to pass rush when you have a secondary that is hurting. the front seven complements the back complements the front four, and so forth. And we're lacking. So D'Amico Ryans, for his first year stepping into the role of coordinator, he has to deal with a depleted secondary, Jose. That must be tough, man. That must be tough, in my opinion. And then again, when there's a lot of 3 and outs offensively, 3 and outs, the defense gets tired. The defense gets tired. And if you have a tired defense, there's going to be, there are going to be mistakes done by the defense. A mobile quarterback is the way forward, but yes, he is our future. This is why the Niners drafted him. This is why Kyle drafted Trey Lance and not Mac Jones. For all of you that say Mac Jones was the pick, once Trey Lance gets a grasp of the offense, once he feels comfortable, man, he is going to be fun to watch. We just got to be patient. That's me at work. Now, so night, you and great speaking to you, and stay safe. Scott, have a wonderful day at work. Be blessed and continue to support the Niners red and gold, baby. I will look forward to seeing you on my next stream. God bless you and take care. Scott, have a great day at work. Happy Saturday. Trey reminds me of McNair too, but Trey is probably even more athletic. If he is as good as McNair, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Watch, absolutely, Dario, absolutely. I agree. He is more athletic than McNair was, and McNair was great. We just have to be patient with Trey. I know everybody wants to go to the drive-thru. Nobody wants to cook at home. Nobody wants to cook a meal at home. Drive-thru. Let's cook the meal at home with Trey. Allow him to develop. Allow him to get comfortable. Allow him to understand the reads of the defense, where he's not thinking too much and he's able to process quicker. And not because when he's thinking too much, I'm telling you, his process slows down. And his decision making is not good. But if he's able to think less, react more, his process will go much quicker and he'll be able to move and do what he does best. We just got to be patient with him. I know people want Coach Kyle fired, but what do you all think about our defensive coach? I just spoke a little bit on D'Amico Ryans. I think D'Amico Ryans, what he has to work with, is doing a great job. Are there some calls that I question? Yes. But is he a rookie? Yes, he is. And he's trying to find himself. D'Amico Ryans is trying to find his identity as a coordinator. That's not easy to do. He is doing a lot that he's doing a lot what Robert Saleh did, but he's trying to find his own identity. Okay, so he's gonna do a little bit of Robert Saleh here, a little bit of Robert Saleh there, but he wants to put his footprint on that defense. So he's trying some things. Some things work, some things don't. And when they work, we give him praise, right? Damn, D'Amico Ryans, right on. When it doesn't work, what the hell was he thinking? Right? That's just part of the game and people being emotional about the game. We are heading home from Gilroy Gardens. Oh, okay. Man, I haven't heard of that place in such a long time. Is the Gilroy Gardens still connected with Great America? If you have a pass of Great America, are you still able to go to Gilroy Gardens, Rosilla? It's been a minute since I've been there. It's been a minute since I've been in Gilroy. Be safe on the way home, Rosilla. Missing Saleh as a defensive coach. Um, I like Robert Sala, but the guy has some issues in adjustments, making the proper adjustments during the game. He would wait until the second half or the half to make his adjustments. One thing I like about D'Amico Ryan is he's making adjustments as the game goes. And I like that about D'Amico. One thing I did not like about Robert Sala is all of his major adjustments was at halftime. Well, sometimes you got to make those decisions in the first quarter, second quarter. You can't wait to halftime. And that's one thing that I disliked about Robert Sala that I liked more about D'Amico Ryans. Me personally. Pablo Papi Pablo Triple X. What's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Beto? How you doing, brother? We got to win and get this back on a roll. Niners. Yeah, bro. I hear you. Hopefully we can go into Chicago, the Windy City, and shut that wind down. Listen, the Bears are primed to lose. They're primed to lose. Their offense stinks. Their best running back is hurt. Their quarterback is a rookie. Their offensive line is terrible. They only have one good receiver in Allen. Their defense is depleted. Khalil Mack is out due to injury. Robert Quinn is out due to COVID. Coach Nagy's not going to be coaching because of COVID. This team is primed for a beatdown. Now the question is, Pablo, can the Niners capitalize on this situation? Can Kyle Shanahan and the Niners capitalize on this and take advantage of the Bears and beat them and give them another L? And we pick up our first W in a very long time. I am so sorry for asking questions who have already... Listen, Tanisha, first and foremost, please, never be sorry for asking questions, okay? Just because I might have answered a question previously to seeing your comment, I welcome I love your questions, Tanisha. I love everybody's questions. So, I can't speak for other shows, but for my show, listen, if I've spoken on a subject and you bring it up, something similar, I may not spend too much time on answering it. I'll brush through it since I already spoke on it, but I'm never going to sit there and say, oh, didn't you hear me? I already talked about it. No. Your questions are always welcome here on the Niner Sickness Report, Tanisha. Thank you for participating and commentating. I love your participation very much. Rabzilla Chavez says you have to buy first from Great America to get the deal. Okay. So you have to get the deal with Great America and then you can use... Okay. Got you. Unpopular opinion. I wasn't really a fan of Saleh. D'Amico Ryan has shown he could stop mobile quarterbacks. That is a huge bonus. Yeah, Tyro, that's a very good point too. Very good point too. He's had more success in stopping mobile quarterbacks than than Robert Saleh ever had. Robert Saleh struggled. He struggled stopping mobile quarterbacks. Although we still struggle a little bit. And listen, I don't care what kind of defense you have. You're going to struggle against mobile quarterbacks because they're mobile. They're good at what they do. But you got to do your best to try to contain that the best you can. And that's all you can do. Is try to contain that mobile quarterback the best you can. If you win 2 out of 5, you're good, in my opinion. So I agree with you, Dario. Robert Saleh was good, but his adjustments weren't great, and his coverage of mobile quarterbacks weren't great either. So D'Amico Ryans is truly putting his stamp as a coordinator, and he's going to make some mistakes. You got to remember, for those that really like Robert Saleh, tell me how Robert Saleh was year one. 2017. I understand we had a bad team. Okay, I understand. I'm not stupid. But tell me how he did year one. Not so great. Now, the defense was not as good as it is now. I understand. But every coordinator that starts their job for the first time always has to figure out what works, what doesn't, have to get their feel of what he wants to do. And at doing so, he gets his own imprint in that defense and becomes the owner of that defense, if you will. Takes ownership and becomes that leader of that defense. And that's what he's trying to find out. And that's what he's trying to do, in my opinion. I do agree with you on Lance, though. I love what I saw against Arizona. He was 1 or 2 plays away from the win. I'm excited for when we start him for good. Just needs to few more weeks to learn. I think he'll be our starter by the end of the season. I agree. And I also want to mention, I like the way you start the sentence. I do agree with you, Lance. Meaning that everything else I said, you disagree. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. You're like, I just agree with you on Lance. Everything else, pa fuera, vete. Mierda, vete. But I know I hear you, Jose. I agree with you, bro. I think by the end of the year, he'll be our starter. I think week 11, week 12, maybe. What do you think, Jose? By week 10, week 11, week 12? Maybe week 12, he might be our starter. Master Seth 40, welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit that like button for me, brother. Family and friends always get mad at me because I have never supported Shanahan. Overrated. Well, listen, that is your opinion, and you are entitled to your opinion. You are entitled. And people may agree or disagree. This is one thing I love about talking football. A lot of you guys don't agree with me. That's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm right or wrong. It just means we have our different perspectives. But at the end of the day, we all love the 49ers. And some of you love and respect Shanahan. Some of you are fed up with Shanahan. Or some of you are like, I'm not fed up with Shanahan yet, but I am unnoticed with him. I'm watching you, Kyle. You keep screwing up. And I might just tilt that over to getting rid of you. So you're noticed, but right now, as much as people dislike Shanahan, you could be worse. You can have Coach Nagy. Oh, shit. Coach Nagy could be your coach. So listen, count your chickens, man. Kyle is not the coach that we thought he was. Hopefully he gets better. But he's way better than Nagy. And he's way better than Chip Kelly. And he's way better than Jim Tomsula. So, and I'm not going to bring Harbaugh. I'm not going to compare Harbaugh. But he's better than Tomsula. He's better than Chip Kelly. And he's better than Nagy over there with the Bears. So, for what it's worth, even though he's been screwing up, and he needs to be held accountable. We need to keep him accountable. Not give him a pass. Why aren't you running the ball, Kyle? Absolutely, it's merited. He needs to run the damn ball. Why did you draft Trey Sermon? And I keep preaching on this. Why did you move up into the third round, give up capital to the Rams out of all teams, to move up into the third, to draft Ohio State's running back and Trey Sermon and not play him? He's not hurt. I mean, he can't be that bad. You traded up into the third round to get him, Kyle. He's your pick. What did he do? Did he slap you in the butt? I mean, what is it, Kyle? What did Trey Sermon do to put him in the doghouse? What did he do? That's what I don't agree with Kyle. This is where I separate myself with Kyle. Kyle, leave your ego at the door, buddy. You're not one of the guys. You are the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. Act like it. You are a leader of men. Lead. This is where I do get frustrated. But I love his play calling. I love his ability to confuse defenses. He just needs to get this other part intact. Why get away? I mean, I don't understand. You have Trey Sermon on your roster. You haven't deactivated him, meaning he is active on your 53, but yet you don't use him? Then, Kyle, my question to you is, why is he activated? Deactivate him, put him on the practice squad, and activate someone else. But no, he keeps Trey Sermon. Not that I don't mind him being active, but use him, damn it. Use him. Run him. That game against the Colts and that particular weather and the rain, that was the perfect timing to utilize a body like Trey Sermon down the middle and between the tackles. He's the type of prototype running back that runs between the tackles. That's the type of running back you needed against the Colts. Yet, you're trying to run to Michael Hasty and between the tackles. To Michael Hasty, soaking wet, probably weighs about 180. How much penetration is he going to do? He struggled. But yet, you have a big body, 200 plus pound running back standing there on the sideline just looking at the game. That, my friends, I don't understand about Kyle Shanahan. And that does frustrate me quite a bit. Yeah. Zach says, I have a feeling DeMeco Ryan is going to be our next head coach. Wow, that's an interesting thought. That is a very, very interesting thought. Too early for me to even talk about it, Zark. Too early to talk about it, about that, but I wouldn't dismiss it either. I think it's still too early to talk about this, but that's a damn good statement there, in my opinion. That's a possibility, man. That is a possibility. Oh my God, I just got mad when you said Chip. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're spoiled. I know we don't like Kyle. Yes, we know Kyle's acting up. Kyle is not performing to par. Kyle is not the coach that we've seen coach in 2019, even part of 2020. But do you want Chip Kelly? Sorry, I said it again. I apologize. Do you want Jim Tomsula? I mean, let's take a moment. Should I bring up a video of Tim Tomsula talking to the press? You want a Dennis Erickson? Remember him? Besides Harbaugh, we had, man, after Steve Marucci left, we went down the hill in coaching. So I'm not comparing Harbaugh to Kyle, but we have a good coach. It's just this coach needs to just wake up. Kyle is a good coach. He's just never had a healthy team. The one season we stayed healthy, we made it to the Super Bowl. We are hurting with injuries on both sides of the ball again this year. It's all about staying healthy. Jose, I can agree with you that we are hurting. We lost Raheem Mostert, our starting running back. We lost Jeff Wilson Jr. prior to the season started. But explain to me how injuries has anything to do with not playing Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon is not injured. Trey Sermon is healthier than an ox. And Trey Sermon is not touching the ball. So I get your point. It's hard to lead a team with injuries. But when you have a healthy running back like Trey Sermon, why isn't he getting the touches that he needs to get this ball running? That's, to me, is just Kyle being Kyle. Man up, brother. Man up. Be a man. Be a leader of men. Stop with the childish things, Kyle. Whatever your issues are, take care of them off the season. But during the season, if you don't like him, then get rid of him at the end of the year. But if he's on the team, utilize Trey Sermon. I hope Jordan Willis plays this weekend. He's going to play. How effective, we'll have to wait and see. But he's playing, Pablo. He looked good in preseason. I think he can be good with Bosa. We definitely need to move Eric Armstead inside now that we don't have Javon Kinlaw. If we can put DJ Jones and Eric Armstead inside to stop the run, and we can put Jordan Willis outside with Bosa, that should be pretty good, Pablo. We'll have to wait and see. Because Mitchell is out playing him. Okay, that could be true, Jose, but when Mitchell was not playing, when he was hurt, I think they only gave the ball to Sermon, like 5 or 6 times. I have to go back at it. My point being is, yes, Sermon is outplaying him, but is he really outplaying Sermon, Jose? Or is he just getting more opportunities? Because let's be honest, how many opportunities have Trey Sermon gotten? Now, I can understand if they're feeding Trey Sermon, they're feeding him. He's getting the ball. He is just not running. He's not getting a yard. He's getting maybe 1.5, maybe 2 yards per carry. He's not moving the pile, and he's struggling. Then I can understand that Mitchell is outplaying Sermon. But when Trey Sermon doesn't get the ball, he doesn't get the opportunity to show what he can do, how are we certain that Mitchell is outplaying Sermon? What I can say is that Mitchell is getting more opportunities and he's making the best out of his opportunity, which he should, but I can't say that he's outplaying someone that hasn't get the chance to play, if that makes sense. And that's the frustrating part with Kyle, that he doesn't give opportunities to Mr. Sermon. Even against Arizona, all right? Against Arizona. Our rookie quarterback had more runs than both our running backs. Explain that to me. Our rookie quarterback had more runs than are both our running backs. More than Mitchell and more than Sermon. I understand. Um, some of those plays were design runs, but let's be real. I think he ran it 16 times. Out of those 16 times, maybe 8 plays were design runs. The other he ran because he felt that he needed to. But when he has 16 and it's more than your 2 running backs, that's a problem, don't you think, Jose? That is definitely a problem. At least that's what I see. It's just like Ayuk getting outplayed as well. Okay, so explain to me, Jose, how is he getting outplayed? What is he? Is he dropping balls? Because I don't see Ayuk dropping balls. Every ball. If you take that the wrong way, I apologize. But every ball that's been thrown his way, he is caught. He has made some great catches. Right? He doesn't drop the ball. Debo drops balls. Kittle has dropped balls. Number 6, I can't think of his name. Sanud has dropped the balls, right? BA has caught everything thrown his way. The problem is they don't go his way a lot. And you may say, well, it's because he's always, he doesn't separate. He doesn't separate, right? Well, if you watch the all 22, and you got to watch the all 22 if you can, because it's easier than watching the game itself. The all 22 breaks it down. You're able to see it at a slower, and it's more easier to see what's going on. So when I see the all 22 against the Colts, yes, the first half, Ayuk struggled to get open. But the second half, if you look at the all 22, Jose, you'll see that Brandon Ayuk was open for the majority of the game. Guess what? His number wasn't called. So, I'm not disagreeing with you, but to say that Ayuk has been outplayed, how do you get outplayed when you don't drop the ball when the ball goes your way? It's not his fault that the ball doesn't go his way. I mean, that's just my humble opinion. Me being outplayed meaning that every time they go to BA, he doesn't catch the ball, he drops it, or he gets, he has issue moving the ball. To me, that's being outplayed. Not being targeted as much, and when he is targeted, he catches a damn ball. Did you see that one play where he caught it, and it was like right in his hands? It was a hard catch. I don't know if Debo would have made that catch. So, I love Debo. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Debo. But I don't, people are being too hard. I'm not saying you, Jose, but people are being too hard on Ayuk, on BA, and I don't think it's BA. I think it's Kyle Shanahan, personally. Do you think we might, do you think we might do a trade before the deadline? I don't know if we're going to trade for anybody at 2-4. Really, who are we going to bring in at 2-4? And if anything, if we trade someone from our team, who would it be? It better not be Kittle. It's not going to be Jimmy. Nobody wants him. Who do we trade? Do you see what I'm saying? Who do we have on the roster right now other than Kittle that is worthy of being traded? I can't think of somebody. We're not trading Fred Warner. We're not going to trade Eric Armstead. I mean, who do we trade? Tart is hurt. The only safety we have that is playing good is Jimmy Ward. Why in the world would you trade him? You see where I'm going with this, Rosella? We're not going to trade for nobody because we're 2-4 and we don't have nobody on our roster to give out because who do we give? I like the way Trey Lance played versus Cardinals. It was his first game. I'm ready to watch him again. He's a fast learner. I'm sure he's going to learn from his mistakes for his last game because Jimmy G is Jimmy G. I understand where you're coming from, Pablo. I understand that you desire to watch Trey more than Jimmy because we're tired of Jimmy. We're tired of Jimmy's mistakes. We're tired of Jimmy's interceptions. Jimmy can't throw the deep ball. Jimmy this, Jimmy that. But I ask, try to be patient. Let's not throw Trey Lance in too soon. Let's not do what the Bears did to Justin Fields. They named him the starter, not because he's better than Andy Dalton right now, but because Coach Nagy, his ass is on the hot seat and he's trying to save his job. So he's not thinking about Justin Fields. He's thinking about himself. So Justin Fields mentally is been getting messed up with all these sacks, all these interceptions. It's affecting him mentally. Trey Lance is working on his mechanics. He's working on slowing things down. He's working on reading the defense better. We have Jimmy. We're 2-4. I want to win. Yes. I want to make the playoffs. Yes. But not in the expense of ruining Lance mentally. I believe that when Kyle feels that Trey Lance is ready, Trey Lance will start. I really do. I think when Kyle feels confident, okay, Trey is finally understanding the defense. Trey is finally starting to slow things down. Trey is finally able to read the defenses. Then, and only then, do I believe Kyle will bring him in. So do I expect him to play this year? Yes. Do I expect him or want him to play right now? No. Let's continue to develop him and maybe bring him in week 12, week 13, and let him play then. That's just my humble opinion. Do you think penalties has a factor on us losing? Oh, yes. Especially the game against the Colts, Tanisha. Over 120 yards in penalties alone. Let me say that again. Over 120 yards of penalties alone. That, my friend, is and will affect your game one way or the other. So yes, we need to correct those penalties. We need to play smarter. We need to play more disciplined. And now, if there's a positive in this Colts game, which there are, it's hard to see them, especially in a loss. But Jalen Moore, the rookie left tackle who took over for Trent Williams, the old pro Trent Williams, he did a hell of a job, didn't he? He did one heck of a job. Now, is he the replacement? No. But can he replace Mike McClinchy? Hell yeah. Is there a possibility that Jay Moore can move over to right tackle and outperform McClinchy when Trent Williams comes back? I would like to see that. I don't know about you guys, but I would love to see Jalen Moore because he did one heck of a job. Now it's one game. I understand. It looks like he's going to start again against the Bears, but the Bears are without their top pass rushers. One's to injury, the other one's out because of COVID. So we'll see how he does. I'm ready for Kittle to come back. He'll be back in week 9, Pablo. Make our team so much better. I agree. Kittle makes our team better just in the just the character, his persona, the way he lights up the offense. We're definitely missing Kittle, and I cannot wait for him to come back week 9. Niners have inquired about Mac's trade with the Colts. They inquire, but we traded up to get Sermon, and he's not touching the ball. Are we going to trade for Mac, and he's not going to touch the ball either? I mean, I don't want to sound harsh, but I just don't trust Kyle in bringing new running backs, because what's the purpose? Why bring running backs if you're not going to utilize them? You know what I mean? Use Trey Sermon, Kyle. Use him. My goodness. Well, guys, it is that time. It is that time to call it a night. It is 12:08 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you guys have been amazing. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for joining me on tonight's rant about the 49ers and Bears game. You guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel. Always let your friends and family know about Niners Sickness. Follow me on IG at Niners Sickness. Follow me on Twitter, Niners Sickness 49. Follow me on Facebook. I have a page. I have a group, both Niners Sickness and here on YouTube at Niners Sickness. Good night, everyone. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Sunday. And let's get this W. Let's go Niners, baby. Good night and God bless.